Howdy everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a super quick rundown of the Fallout 76 patch notes. If you guys are unfamiliar with the channel, my name is Pineapple and I try to give you a lot of the news that some of those channels take 10-15 minutes to explain in like 3 or 4. Kicking off the list, they started with general performance issues. They've got several issues being addressed to resolve hitches during gameplay and other performance things. And then Fallout 76 game client servers have been officially, actually updated. So it's not just on the game engine side, the actual servers of Fallout 76 have also been updated. And on Xbox specifically, they've fixed an issue that could lead to instability for certain menus. And I've seen that in a lot of reviews, actually. It surprises me how many people pick this up on Xbox. So leave me a comment down below telling me if you play on Xbox or what system you play on in general, because I'm really curious to see what the split is. Moving on to bug fixes, they got rid of something from the beta that left a shadow outline around where things were picked up. Now apparently when you would place things, I guess, sometimes they would leave outlines. Either way, they got rid of it. They also made the camera panning a little more smooth. Red Dead Redemption 2. And they fixed a specific cover of Tesla Science magazine that wasn't working, I guess. Moving on to enemies, something that really needed to get fixed was this first thing they mentioned here, which was where they fixed an issue in which some enemies would chase the player further than intended. It was egregious. I ran so far from so many enemies and they would still follow me. It was uncanny. Also, I felt like they were ganging up and then attacking me. It was weird. I might just be projecting, but I felt like I was ganged up on. Moving on to the loot, the Ghoul and Scorched officers now correctly drop nuke code pieces upon being killed by the player, which I have not gotten that far in the main game, but I assume that's pretty important. Next up, we've got camps, workshops, and crafting. They fixed an issue that would cause blueprints to break into smaller parts when people would log out and re-log in. Also, if you played during the beta and painted your power armor, they fixed an issue where now those plans and paints that you applied to your power armor are actually learned to your character. I guess there was an issue where that wasn't being correctly addressed. They also fixed an issue that would cause a broken item to return to being broken after you repaired it. So that's good. Apparently there was some sort of issue with a fork dispenser in the Bureau of Tourism that is fixed now. If that means something to you, you know what that means. And then in PvP, there's a ton of updates. Starting off in pacifist mode, there was a bug where you couldn't deal the correct amount of damage when you were contesting a workshop owner. That is now not the case. And you will do full damage for the entire time that that person is hostile. So I guess Seek Revenge had a lot of problems with it. There was initially a thing where if you didn't know whether or not you had clicked Seek Revenge, so people were spawning in after a death thinking they hadn't clicked Seek Revenge, and then now they were in the Seek Revenge mode. And then also the amount of caps that you were supposed to get from seeking revenge weren't displaying. They've fixed all that pretty much. And then finally the UI news. They have fixed some Korean fonts, which is good, because can you imagine trying to play the game and it doesn't load the words? And unfortunately, the take photo hotkey can no longer be rebound. It is space, so it's relatively easy, but as somebody who is on PC, it was really weird to how often they make me use space as an actual, button instead of just press space to continue. It's like press space to do this, and space to do that, and space to do this. And it's very weird. I'm getting used to it, but it's definitely awkward. I wonder if you could just remap space to be something else, and then... Anyway, I'm sure people more techie than me will let you know in the comments below if you're curious about that. And then finally, they fixed a bunch of social issues, things like, adding friends, there was errors there, and then there was also a player icon delay thing. There's a bunch of stuff like that, but it looks like this massive patch was actually pretty solid. I actually haven't gotten a chance to play on this patch yet. I wasn't noticing a bunch of huge issues here on PC, but I know for the Xbox and PlayStation community, this is going to be a super awesome patch. So to wrap up, while there was a lot of good fixes here for consoles, and also in general some overall fixes that will apply to PC as well, this was a more console-based patch, and I feel like the PC-based patch will be coming next. But I feel like a lot of the features there, such as ultra-wide support and things like that, just are A, frankly a little easier to do, and B, not things that people are giving them so much shit for in the forums. So, well, I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, drop it a like. If you didn't, drop it a favorite. Please drop me a comment down below telling me what you think of Fallout 76, what console you play on, or what system you play, how you play your games. Leave me a comment about how you play your games, and I will talk to you guys next time.